Today I'm gonna show you my Saikei project. I created this composition last year. First of all, I've bought the special Saikei pot. This is quite shallow pot without any holes. And I've put a few rocks inside. Then I took 5 Hilera trees and I put it to this composition. I used a special Japanese soil to protect the roots, and I covered it with a moss for better protection. So as you can see, we have 2 mountains here, and at the later part of this movie I will give you one very easy tip how to make this proportion to look good. I've put 5 trees there, and during early summer I've noticed that the tree in the middle doesn't have any buds. I left it for a moment to check if it will survive or no. First of all, I will show you how this composition looked in the early spring and late spring, to show you how the initial work was done in this year. During early spring, first of all, I've cleaned this pot and I started to check the composition, how it is going on. In the early spring, I've checked the condition of this tree, and the tree in the middle was looking quite weak. I was afraid it will die, but I left it for a while to check it. And in the later weeks, when I noticed that it doesn't grow, there are no buds on this tree, I've changed it and plant a new tree here. Now I think it grows well, but it needs time to be more stronger. And today I have to take the weeds off from this composition, clean it, and also I will try to cut some trees to make them a little bit more natural. Something like this. This one was already cut this year, but I have also weak trees like this one here, so I have to check what is going on with it. And the same with this tree in the middle, as it doesn't look healthy right now. So now I'm going to start cleaning it. I will show you how to do this, and we'll see what the problems to resolve do we have. And at the end I will show you also the little tip how you can make those composition to feel much bigger. So as you can see, we have weeds like this one, so I need to take it off from this composition. I try to clean the parts near the tree to avoid rooting the roots. Now I've cleaned most of weeds I saw here, and as you can see, it looks quite nice right now with this river in this canyon. I really like it. It is one of my favorite compositions actually. And now I'm going to cut it a little bit, this tree in the middle, to keep the proportions. And then we will see what we can do with those other trees, which looks unfortunately quite weak. Okay, so I want to make this tree a little bit smaller, something like this. I think this looks quite nice here on the top of this lower mountain. So I'm just going to keep the shape. I will cut these lower parts, as I don't need them actually anymore. Like in bonsai, generally we want to see the trunk of the tree. So I just try to make a shape and show a little bit of the structure, but not much, as the leaves are quite vigorous here. As you can see right now, it looks like a small little tree on the top of the mountain. During winter time, when the structure will be visible, then I will check what branches can I cut and what branches I can leave. For now, just the main shape of this tree is important, as now we can see the whole beauty of this during summertime. Now I can check the other trees. This looks quite weak, so I don't want to cut it much. What I can do right now, as you can see, there are suckers which are growing quite low on this trunk, so I can just remove it to put energy to the upper part of this tree, as I want to build a crown somewhere here. And there is also this new tree which I potted this year. This part was died, so I can just cut it off. And again, I'm not going to do much with this tree. I will wait for new branches, and I hope this tree will be much stronger after this season. And this is the last tree here. As you can see, the top died already, and there are also some weak branches here. Again, I'm not going to do much with it. I just cut this part, and the same as on the beginning, I will cut the lower branches to make a little crown here. Okay, there was not much to do, as you can see. I have only few branches and weeds that I've removed from this composition, and now I will give you a small tip how to make the feeling that those mountains are much bigger than they are. So this is very easy tip to have this feeling that these mountains are big, you can use small figures. I have a little Buddha here, which I can leave almost off the top of this mountain, and I have beautiful boat. It was a gift from my wife, which I can just put here in this canyon, and this can change, and this move can change whole view of this composition. As you can see, small boat shows how big are those mountains here. I hope you like this video, this composition. I will show you how it will develop in next month, I hope years, and it is not very hard to make it on your own, so I suggest you to try. And now I can put it back on my bench. It's quite heavy. Thanks for watching.